distinguished guests. I welcome you all to 596th meeting of Millennium City Toastmasters Club. I am Ayush. The Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Before starting the meeting, we have a few ground rules. First rule is, please switch off your mobile or keep it on a silent mode. For this, I give you 10 seconds. The second rule is, kindly refrain from talking on topics such as sex, religion, that can be divisive, and refrain from adding such topics to your speeches. As everyone has a mission in life, we at Toastmasters also have a mission. So kindly rise and raise your right hand to take the pledge. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I start the meeting and invite President of the club, Ripul.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
First of all, happy Navratri to all. How many of you have fast? Amazing. So you're going to have fast for the next 9 days, or it's just 1 day?
9 days.
Impressive. I can't do that.
Yeah, but I don't think bottom up.
Since we have a full packed meeting today, I won't take much time, but I have 2 announcements from the executive committee side. First, there are last 2 days to renew, 30th and 31st. So if you're someone who is about to renew, please renew at earliest. At the last moment, Toastmasters website go haywire, so you won't be able to submit your dues on time. So please pay your renewals as on time as possible. Second thing, District 41, which is the district of our club, is organizing an evaluation contest. So in Toastmasters, we have 2 main contests: our public speaking speech contest. Second is a table topic contest. So the evaluation contest is a contest that used to happen 2 years back, but now they have discontinued. But they are having it in an informal setting. So how it's going to go is that there are 4 districts: Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, and Faridabad. The contest for every district is going to happen online, the first round. So all the members who are regular members and have the active members who have paid their dues can participate in the contest. I will be sharing the link on the group by the end of the day. So please nominate and participate. Contests are just here to encourage people to participate and to learn more and more. So please do participate. I'll share the link on the group, and if you keep on winning, you go to the next level. Yep, that's the 2 main announcements from my side. Do we have any guests today? No. Okay, very good. Since we have time, let's do an activity. We did it last time. It's called a networking activity. The whole point of this is, it is said that your network is your net worth. So the people you hang out with, the 5 people you hang out with most are the people you are average of. So if you have 5 people who are healthy, wealthy, you will be similar, right? So let's do it. How it's going to go is that you're going to meet one person from the club, someone you have not met formally in the club. You know what we do regularly is that we meet the familiar faces and we don't try to meet the new faces. So Toastmasters beyond leadership and public speaking is a place to network also, to learn about more people. So let's do it in a very simple way. So the people on your left and right, just shake hands with them. Start. I'll tell you the 3-point process. Second, introduce yourself. It could be your name.
Hello.
give them a compliment. Right? All done, all done? So you get the 3-point process? Yes. You got the 3-point process? Friends, not just one compliment, not, I know people here are deserving of many more compliments. So let's just give you one Ashish. Give you one compliment. Yes. So you understand the 3-point process? First, give them a high five, shake hands, introduce yourself, and then give them a compliment. Okay? Now, we'll have 2 minutes. Meet at least 3 people you have not met formally in the club, or you have seen the faces but never get a chance to meet. So meet those, do those 3-step process, and then after 2 minutes, we'll be back on our seats. Okay? Let's start. Okay, how many network with at least 3 people? Yeah. All of them? And how many need to work with more than 5? Amazing, we have winners.
Yes, I was here and
He was standing
as
as
well. You said 3, so.
Minimum 3, at least 3.
Okay, you said 3 unknown, so I think I could
I
find
said at
5.
least 3. Okay, with this, we move on to our meeting. To conduct our meeting, we have someone with the role of Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day is the beat people like the meet of the meeting. They connect different segments of the meeting and ensure meetings happen in a smooth and a professional way. Our Toastmaster of the day today is someone who is a psychologist by profession. She helps numerous people by healing them, by awareing them about mental health. And she also has a podcast in which she continues to talk about mental health, both for parents, children, adults, and all sections of society. And today she is going to be our Toastmaster of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Toastmaster of the day for today, Toastmaster Amita.
So thank you everyone. I'm your TMOD Toastmaster of the day. As a Toastmaster of the day, I am going to anchoring of the today's session. So today's meeting is divided into 3 parts. The first part is prepared speeches. In prepared speeches, our participants, Toastmasters, they will give their speech for 5 to 7 minutes, which are prepared speeches. The second part of the meeting will be table topic. So in the table topic, we will invite anyone who will volunteer for it, and they will come and we will give them an impromptu any topic, and they will just within a 30 seconds they have to think about it and they will have to give their speech on it. Its length will be around 2 to 3 minutes. And then there will be a section of evaluation in which we have evaluators, and they will come and they will give the evaluation of the different speeches. So this is the theme of the today's session and typical theme of the Toastmaster meeting, right? So since we have time, so let's just do one activity. I will ask a question and I want each one of you to give the answer of that question, right? So the question is, what inspires you most? It could be any person, it could be any event in your life, something which has really inspired you and which has really made a difference in your life. So we will start from the first person first. Yeah. So what inspires you most?
My parents,
Your parents,
their lives and struggle.
their life, their struggle. What about them?
So he has already covered parents, but for me, anyone who has achieved something in life inspires me. Anyone who has achieved anything has come from humble beginnings, and where they have reached inspires me.
Anyone who has achieved really big
Yeah.
so that inspires you. Yes, Shay.
For me, I think books.
Books inspires you.
Yeah.
What about the books? Which part was
So I believe that generally it happens with me, and I've heard others saying that too, that a book comes in your life when you kind of need that nudge. And I've always found the right book kind of reach you when you're looking for some answers and when you're looking for that right direction. So somehow the books have always been that inspiration for you to take the next step and the action in the right direction.
Yes, Aishwarya.
Of course, parents. As parents are the ones who are your first teacher.
Right? Yes.
For me, the inspiration is like depending on the different locations in my office. Nowadays, my senior director is my inspiration.
Okay.
He's very young. He's only 36-year-old. He's having the IT background, and he's very down-to-earth person. He connects with everyone. Say hi, hello. In fact, he goes to the person. The person will not come to him. He will say hi and hello. And at my home, my parents, especially my grandmother, was one of the inspiration lady for me. In gym, my coach, very strong.
Just think about a one person which is really confirmed.
Right now, I think the senior director.
The senior director, because he is down. Right? Yes. Muskan.
Again, I think currently it's my sister.
Okay.
I mean, there's a personal reason for it that I can't really talk about, but she's inspiring me in her way of dealing with, again, societal expectations of marriage.
Okay. So she is dealing with it powerfully. That's inspiring.
At the best that she can.
I-
And it's inspiring to see what happens.
Yes, ma'am.
For me, like I'm struggling since a long time. So every other woman who is achieving more and more apart from social barriers.
Social, crossing the social barriers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I can say the inspiration is a big dream. Like a small dream that I had long back, that in a big building you have an office on the top floor. And that is somewhere like I always do think that when I will be having that office. Your own office.
Yes, ma'am.
There are many people and incidents in my life which inspire me. But right now I am here, so I can give the credit to you all that you guys inspire me. I also want to give credit to myself as well. That I come here when before this I used to sleep till 11 or 12, but I wake up at 8 a.m. and now I came here by myself. So that is a big achievement for me as well.
Very good. Yes, your name?
Harsh.
Harsh.
So the people who inspire me depend on from the location where I'm at. So if I'm at the gym, a different person inspires me. If I'm at the work,
Not
a
go
different
so
person
generic,
inspires me.
just in a life, like maybe someone who has really inspired you, also even
Currently, there's my work colleague. He's senior to me. He inspires me the most. His name is Millennium, sir.
What about him inspires you?
What about him? Probably his sincerity to the work and his consistently performing no matter how small the task is. Even if the entire team takes it lightly, he takes it seriously, so that inspires me.
Seriousness of consistency.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Yes, Ashish.
Yes, for me, I think anybody who has achieved success in their lives through hard work, dedication, discipline. So from my family, obviously my parents are there. So talk of sports, so already Sachin Tendulkar I admire a lot. In cinema, I would say Shahrukh Khan, not because of his acting, but because of
It's success.
his
The amount
success,
of
discipline,
success,
and
yes.
their hard work that he is doing. So that's inspiration.
Yes, Evan.
So my first source of inspiration is generally reading about the life of great people on wiki pages. Like I don't have patience to read the biographies, so I just go through their bio on Wikipedia. So people like Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekananda, Subhash Chandra Bose, many such
Who has
people.
inspired you most in those? Like you have read so many.
Yeah, so I would say Swami Vivekananda.
What about?
So how he kind of awakened a sleeping nation, like sleeping culture, just to highlight that, realize that you are great, just that potential he has.
Awakening the potential.
Awakening the potential, yes.
Thank you, sir.
For me, the inspirations are all the podcasters who came to the podcast and say money cannot buy happiness. So I want to be on that side of the picture where I came to the same podcast and say the same. So that's what my inspiration line is.
So coming to the podcast, or like saying that money does not buy happiness. What is it?
Just to able to say this line, you need to be at that zone where you see.
You need to be there.
Correct.
First you have to money.
So there are two people who inspired me. There is one anecdote. I was in early my career, so there was one gathering. One office boss came and we complained him, sir, we are not getting food and from canteen and all. So could you do something? So what he said, क्या करूं घर से खाना तुम लोगों के लिए लेके आऊं काम करने आया काम करो. Everyone felt bad. But that statement ignited me, and believe me, after 6-7 years, he used to call me, do you have any job for me? I mean, do you have any job for me? I mean, recently, last month also, he called me. Now he has retired in his organization, but he called me for some consultancy job and all. So that he inspired me, although everyone felt bad, but somehow his statement ignited me. And second, Mr. Asnir Brewer, he has lots of impacts on me. I love his.
So what about him? So what about him specifically?
The way he changed the landscape of sales and marketing, the way he worked in Bharat Pay, that inspired me. His critical thinking, analytical thinking, inspired me.
Yes.
Okay, if I talk about last 6 months, then Toastmasters inspires me a lot because it helps me to find my weaknesses. So that's it.
So in the interest of time, in a one line, can you please tell me?
Yeah, so my parents inspires me a lot.
Okay, thank you very much. So since seeing the time right now, I just want to say, as you all have shared, what inspired you most. And if you will really see that the thing which you have told me right now about yourself, that's the crux of you. That's who you are, that is what you want to become. That's why these things inspires you so much. So keep it alive in your heart and just see, make it a light for yourself. This is the way I want to go in my life. This is what I want to really become. That will help. Thank you. Yeah. So let's go to the second section of the meeting. So the after that now, this is what I have here. This is the word of the day. So today's word of the day is meticulous. So meticulous means
Which one is it? Assiduous or?
very careful in attending details. So they have changed the word. So meticulous means very careful in attending details. Like seeing all the little details and doing the work. So when we do this kind of work, that is called meticulous. So her meticulous approach really inspired me. So that's how we make it sentence. So whomsoever will use this word in their speech or whatever they will talk about when they come here, we will show thumbs up to them. Right? And I think there are some of the guests as well. joke master of the day. We all know that laughter is the best medicine, right?
Yes.
And so, because it's the best medicine, we should take its doses daily. And for today's dose, I'm going to invite Toastmasters Sumit. So Toastmasters Sumit has joined Toastmaster January 2025. He is working as a staff engineer at Striker, and his hobbies are gardening, watching web series and movies. So, thank you, Toastmaster.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello. So as Amita also told that there are so many benefits of joke, not joke, of laughing, right? So I would request everyone, irrespective of the joke, irrespective of type of joke, either it is good or bad, we should laugh, right? Correct. So I think I would especially request to the unmarried ones who all are unmarried here. You should laugh a lot because after married there will be a rare chances you will laugh or have fun. Okay, with this I will start my joke. So I have two jokes today. So the jokes are related to the husband and wife. So when husband and wife they went on vacation, and till the time they were outside the hotel, they were very meticulous with having the meticulous approach with each other. They were enjoying the vacation. When they went, they reached to the hotel. So in hotel room, they were having some fight. They started fighting. Very common thing between each husband and wife. So the husband called the hotel manager. Hey, can you please come fast? I'm having some argument with my wife. Manager told, sorry sir, I cannot come. This is your personal issue. You should handle it. Husband told, oh, poor man, this is my personal issue, I know. But my wife is saying she will jump from the window. And this bloody window is not getting open. This is not the personal issue, this is the maintenance issue. You should come and solve this. The other joke is again husband and wife. So wife asked to her husband, hey, did you have your lunch? Husband asked the same question, did you have your lunch? Wife, I'm asking to you. Husband, I'm asking to you. Wife, are you copying me? Husband, are you copying me? Wife, what is this? Husband, what is this? Wife, where is your purse? Let's go to the shopping. Husband, oh, what? It was so delicious lunch I had and I enjoyed it.
So, feedback is a free education to excellence. If we want to achieve excellence in our life, then we should really get the evaluation of other people, what other people are telling us. We should take those feedbacks gracefully. So for that, in today's meeting, our general evaluator is there who will take care of the evaluation team. So let me invite our today's general evaluator, Ashish.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. I am honored to be the general evaluator for today's meeting. And most of you are aware that evaluation is actually the heart of every Toastmaster meeting. Why so? Because evaluation, if you are given a thoughtful evaluation, chances are high that there will be a transformation in the speaker. Right? He will transform a confident and an efficient speaker. A speaker can transform into a confident and efficient speaker. So I'm talking about my role today. So as a general evaluator, I will be evaluating the entire meeting right from the beginning till end. And I'll also evaluate all the role players of today's meeting. So evaluation as such is divided into three parts. Part one is speech evaluation. So we have 4 speeches today. So we have 4 speech evaluators who have been assigned to the debate speakers, and they will evaluate the speaker and they will share their remarks about their speeches, the pluses and minuses of their speeches. Then we have tag team. Tag is comprising of timer, accountant and grammarian. What they do, they will monitor your timings and monitor will your crutch words that you are using while speaking, your filler words, and the grammarian will find out the grammatical usage, good usage as well as the bad usage in your speech. So they will help you to improve your overall language proficiency. And we have table topic evaluator also. So what he is going to do is he will evaluate all the impromptu speakers who are gonna deliver their speech from the stage. So I'd like to invite my tag team now and will request them to please talk about the role objective of theirs. So first of all, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Hers, who is playing grammarian today. So can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster?
So good morning everybody. Today I am presented in front of you as the grammarian of the day. My role is to point out the incorrect uses of words or phrases that you may say in a flow, to point out the creative usage of the words or phrases that you come up with and that are not so common in usage, and to see who all use the word of the day meticulous the most or even use at all. So that will be the role of mine. That will be the role of mine.
So now I'd like to invite the counter to today's meeting, who is none other than Toastmaster Bhanu. So I'd like to invite you to come on the stage and share your role objective. Where is Bhanu? Can you have a round of applause?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I will be taking up the role of the counter today. My task as an counter is to note down any overused words or filler sounds used by the speakers during the meetings. These words can be any inappropriate interjections such as and, well, like, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be like and etc. And at the end of the meeting, I will provide that info. Thank you.
And last but not the least, I'd like to invite our timer to today's meeting. So Toastmaster Ashish, can we
Good morning, friends. My name is Aishwarya Upadhyay, and I would be noting about the time which every speaker would take. Thank you.
So there is a structured evaluation process in Toastmaster, which is called CRC approach. CRC stands for recommendation and then recommendation. So I'd like to encourage all the evaluators to first start with the positive remarks. First talk about what the speaker has done well. Then followed by you put your recommendation for the speakers, and at the end when you are wrapping up your speech, then add the speech with a positive note. So that's the structure of the feedback that we follow, and towards the end I will come up with my team of evaluators and we'll share our reports of the meeting. So with that, I want to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster today.
prepared speeches. Most important, right? So you can speak well if your tongue can deliver the message of your heart. So delivering the message of your heart is very important when you are giving a speech. But preparation is the key. We all know it. And we all who are the people who are going to give speech here, they have done, I'm sure, meticulous work for it. So for that, I want to invite our first speaker, Ripul. So Toastmaster Ripul, he has joined.
So I'm evaluating the speech of Ripul. Speech title is Control L plus Grow. Reset your mindset. Pathways Presentation Mastery Level 1, Project 3, and the speech objective is vocal variety in body language. All the best.
So speech title of Ripul speech is Control Alt plus Grow. Control plus Alt plus Grow. Ripul, Control Alt plus Grow. Ripul.
Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Let me begin with a simple question. How do you cope with your failures? Like in couple of words or in a phrase? Anyone? Reading books. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Nice. Okay. Thank you so much. So, few months back, when I was exploring reels, I noticed many people talking about the growing mindset. And it made me curious. What does it really mean? But, like most plotting thought, I let it. After some time, when I was browsing my LinkedIn, then I came across a post where someone shared Zomato's welcome kit. Among the items in a kit, there was a book, Mindset. That moment sparked my curiosity again, and I decided to read that book. When I started reading that book, I thought, why didn't I discover this book earlier? Because it's not about the career success, but it's about parenting, teaching, relationship, and the most important, the mindset of a champion. Hi, my name is Ripul, and my spirit title is Control or Grow. Recite your mind. Imagine a class of students filled, and among them there are two students, Sarah and James, and all students sat to take an exam. Sarah enjoys challenges. She loves problem solving. She is meticulous, and she pushes herself towards her limits, beyond her limits. On the other hand, James, he is like fear failures, and if he faces any problem, he closes his book and said, "No, I'm not good at this." Well, as the result came in, Sarah doesn't taste it. She is very excited and she is, "Yeah, I know what I need to work on." And James, oh God, please help him. He is very disappointed. Said, "I knew I would fail, and I am not smart enough." Well, two mindset, two people, and two completely different futures. Let's take a practical example. Okay, so what's the mindset? Sarah emphasized growing mindset, believing that abilities can be developed through learning, hard work, and perseverance. For her, the failure is not a dead end, but it's the stepping opportunity to improve it. Where James has a fixed mindset, and he believes that the talents are set in stone, He thought, either I am smart or I am not. Either I am talented or I am not. People with this mindset avoid problems because they thought the failure will define them. Let's take a practical example. Think about the Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Did you know that he was once cut out from his basketball team, high school basketball team? He would be thought, maybe I'm not meant to be a basketball player. Instead, he worked hard, he trained hard, practiced alone, and developed his skills to a next level. What is this? This is his mindset that made him less good. How mindset shapes our life? Mindset shapes our life in different ways. Like in a relationship. People with fixed mindset, they gave up when their new challenges arise. While people with growing mindset, they accept the challenges and they grow together. Career. People with growing mindset, they seek feedback, they act hard work and achieve a new height. Right? People with fixed mindset, they fail and remain stagnant. Parenting. Praising the effort instead of talent, believe children to encourage children instead of to develop resilience instead of fear. Next time, when you face any new challenges, remember Sarah and James. Choose to become like Sarah and see obstacles as an opportunity. Before I conclude, I want to leave you with a question. What's your mindset? Is it growing? It is fixed. Or it's a hybrid. In some situation, it is growing. In some situation, it is fixed. If you are growing mindset, then make sure it's not left in the fast growth mindset. And the most and the last important, how to pass this mindset. If you are parent, then to your children. If you are teacher, then to your student. If you are in a relationship, then to your parent, to your partner. And if you are a boss, then to your colleagues. That's all. Thank you.
What a great speech.
Thank you so much.
Everyone just get seated. So this is a time of feedback. Everyone just open, there will be a link in your group. And for the guests, I think we should give them the scanner. Please pass the scanner to the guests so that they can also give the feedback for the session. And for one, there is a time of 1 minute.
So I will be validating Mandeep's speech. His speech title is A for Apple and Pathways is Persuasive Influence. His level 1, speech 2, project 2, and his objective is speech with a purpose to know about how our minds are being programmed since our childhood. I wish him all the very best for his speech.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Mandeep, A for Apple, Toastmaster Mandeep.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Let's imagine you all are in kindergarten school and I am your teacher here. Okay, class?
Yes, sir.
So, class,
Yes, sir.
A for apple. Yes, apple. There are many words which stand for A, like Amita, amazing, right? But our mind always says apple. Have you ever thought why? Because it was programmed in our mind from our childhood. Let's talk about computers. So when we press A on the keyboard, what it shows to the screen? The letter A, of course, right? But why? Why it does not show B or C? This is a very foolish question. It will show A, right? But it was programmed to show A on the screen, right? So, like computers, we are also being programmed from our childhood. Since first day of our birth, or you can say, we are being programmed. Our mind is being programmed. Humans have two types of mind. The first is conscious, and the another one is subconscious. Whenever you try to do new thing, or anything you do or eat first time, our conscious mind gets active. Then you start repeating the task, then it start pushing it to the subconscious mind. But the question is, why conscious mind transfer his work to subconscious mind? Why? Is there anyone who can tell?
Conscious mind is lazy.
You
Learning.
make it easier, learning easier, or like it's go with the flow.
Yes, yes, right.
Yeah, you have to activate the conscious mind.
Right. But the conscious mind consumes much more power as well, much more energy of our body as well, and we are all lazy. we always try to find a other source, so it transfer his work to subconscious mind so that it can automate it. Right. Remember first day when you were about to come here, it was so difficult for me as well to wake up early and to come to travel from that so far and to get ready. But it was difficult because my conscious mind was working. I had to push myself to come here. But now it is added to my subconscious mind to come here. I wake up at 8 a.m. without even needing any alarm. So it is added to my subconscious mind. So if when you keep repeating the work, keep repeating the task, it will be added to your subconscious mind and it will be automated. Let's take the example for two students. One is working to become a singer, and another is working to become a scientist. So the singer should be practicing on singing, and the scientist should be practicing on his experiments and studies, right? But what if they work each other tasks on the daily basis? Their mind will get confused, but it should automate, right? So if we are doing something and if we are in the middle of something, we want to achieve something, and we are doing that task, other tasks as well, it will slow down your success, like achieving the goal. It will slow down your pace to achieve the goal. Remember when you were a child and you started learning computer as well, you started learning that when I will press this key or that key, it will reflect in the computer. In the same way, our mind also works. It catches every time, every response, every food you eat, every people you meet, everything you touch. Also, I want to mention, if you are sitting in front of me, right, your face is in my side, but if your non-person comes from behind you and touches you, sometimes you can realize that who is it without even turning back. Sometimes it happens. So, at somewhere, your body has also memorized it. It has the storage, right? So that is the reason you can guess who is it without even turning back. So at last, I want to say, if you are on the way to achieve something, if you are in the middle of something, keep practicing and keep practicing of the work as much as you do, so that it becomes natural. In the same way, your mind say whenever someone calls A4.
Yes, so this is the time for feedback again. So there is a 1 minute break, 1 minute time. So please everyone give your feedback. And her evaluator is Bhanu, DM Bhanu.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We all know how important is persuasion, like how to persuade others. It's very important. Like in every day, every moment, we are trying to persuade someone. And today, Toastmaster Muskan is going to deliver a persuasive speech, and she is going to persuade us about something. Okay. So the purpose of her speech is to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at the club meeting. All the best, Toastmaster Muskan.
So Toastmaster Muskan, Kit Kat and 5-star. Toastmaster Muskan, Kit Kat and 5-star.
Can I just take this check? A man was once sitting under a tree. An apple fell on him. Gravity was gone. Who am I talking about? Newton. We'll get back to this. Now, I have a question for all of you. How many of you all, at some point in your life, maybe in your teens or in your 20s, thought that this is exactly how I want my life to look like? You never thought, oh, I want to be this when I grow up, or I want to look like this when I grow up. Alright, okay. So normally, sometimes people do. But for a lot of them, things don't work out like that. And that is what I want to highlight in this.
this is how we want our life to be, where we have a straight line, little bit curves, because there needs to be a little bit of a spice, and simple, and you reach the end goal. But this is how your life actually looks like. I call this the calligraphic disaster, where you have a lot of turns and circles and pickups and falls. This is what your life finally ends up looking like. I'll get back to this after the Newton thing. Now, a lot of us talk about the importance of hard work, of perseverance, of how you can make the most of your life. While we're still figuring out that last bit, I feel that all of us want to work hard and all of us are working hard. I have barely met anyone who's not working hard, and who's to blame for that? Unfortunately, the capitalistic society that we live in, our new words that Generation Z loves to say, hustle culture, and having multiple streams of income, it becomes extremely difficult to take a break. So as Toastmaster Bhanu said, my project today and my purpose today was to persuade you. So what is my purpose today? To persuade you to take a break and have a Kit Kat, or eat a 5-star and do nothing. I hope you all have similar things. Alright, so this is how I'm planning to structure my speech. For ease, I've broken it down into 4 parts. First of all, I will talk about why do you even need a break. Second, I'll say when to know that you need a break, how to take a break, and what to do in the break. So let's start first of all with why take a break. So this is how I've put it here. As Toastmaster Vishu once said, if you remember, that her best friends were hard work and
Perseverance.
hard work and perseverance, right? Exactly. My bestie for some time was burnout. To give you an example of burnout, and this is actually a friend of a lot of people, and I think it's time to know that it's actually an extremely toxic relationship and it's time to get out of it. To give you an example, my first year at MSL, I had a pattern. I would be extremely good for 15 days, where I would work 12 to 16 hours a day sometimes even, and it would be peak productivity. And then after a point, after this kind of 15 days, for 7 days, I would be completely good, very less productivity. So it looked something like this. Manager is extremely happy, newbie, doing really well. Manager is like, okay, sometimes they need a break. Manager is like, oh, this person knows how to pick themselves up. And at this point, the manager is confused as to why and what is happening. That is what burnout looks like, where you don't even realize it, but you're not functioning well at all. So you see this line of the play that goes down like this. This is peak productivity, and then you go, ooh, and then you go down, and you're burned out now. And now you need to work hard again to come. Next factors are multitasking and work-life balance. Multitasking is the way to go. This is something that I've heard quite a lot of times because of how many things go on in our lives at the same time. But multitasking, only I personally believe, leads to a lot of half-hearted things. It doesn't lead to your full effort being put in something properly. Talking about work-life balance, we have seen a lot of gurus who say, I will teach you how to die rich. But I think we need to ask them, sir, how did I die first of all? Because if I die, did I die because of a heart attack? Because you made me a pressure cooker sprouting money? Did I have friends and family around me? Did my grandkids say that, oh, we will miss your grandfather, or oh, it doesn't make a difference because you were anyway never there? What are we doing over here? Another reason why you need to take a break is new ideas and better and faster. So this is the line which goes up. Basically, there's this thing psychologically which I have experienced personally. For instance, you do work for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. That 5-minute break is to process whatever you learned in that 25 minutes. If you come here and in order to disengage and disconnect, you use your phone, you completely stop that process. So this was never processed. Now you have more information that has emotionally exhausted you, and now you're back to work again. And now you have more and more loads of work. So I hope this first part of why is it important to take a break is clear for you. The second part is when to know that you need a break. A very simple way is that your body will internally tell you something is off. Something is not sitting right. It can be you feeling that I'm not excited. I was excited earlier about the same work, but I'm not excited anymore. I am irritable. I'm not able to focus much. So all of these reasons are worth paying attention. There is a theory I saw that
your gut feeling or your intuition might actually be your future self guiding you. Not necessarily true, but it's a fun way to think about it. Then let's talk about how to take a break. So I spoke about the 25 5-minute rule, so there's many like that. So Pomodoro, you must have heard that word, 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of break. There's also 50 minutes of work and 10 minutes of break. This is for people who have good attention span. Then after that you have 52 minutes of work and 17 minutes of break. This is the most popular one. Then you have 80 minutes of break, 80 minutes of work, 6 minutes of break. This is for people who really need to finish their work as soon as possible and they don't have time. And lastly, you have 90 minutes of work and then you have to take a proper break. So just imagine, you could have done 50, 10, 50, 10, but you end up sometimes doing 90 and then taking an extremely long break, not helping anyone. So these are a few things that you can see of how you can eventually end up taking a break. Lastly, it is about what can you do in the break. So first thing I spoke of, do not look at your phone. If you want to disengage and disconnect, a best thing that I've read, find a point. Anywhere around you, for instance, if it's that wall and you have a dot over there, just stare at it. And you will eventually see how everything just silences and you zone out. So that is another way to do something. Treat it as a way to reconnect with your loved ones. Just drop a text, say hi. Just think of someone who you haven't really spoken to in the longest time and drop a text and see if they respond. That's another way of using it. Basically, nothing intensely emotional, just something plain and easy just to give your mind rest. So towards the end, I have a question to ask you. 5 is how much percentage of 1500? Oh my god. How much?
0.3.
Correct. Very embarrassing, guys. 0.33%. If you sleep 12 hours a day also, and you have to take a 5-minute break, that's 50.33% of your day. Makes no difference. And if anyone ever asks you, what have you even done by taking a break? There is no time to take a break. Remind them of the story I told at the beginning. A man was sitting under a tree, apple fell, rat touched.
Great speech with a lot of takeaways. Thank you, Muskan. So, this is time for feedback. So, 1 minute silent, everyone just give the feedback. Toastmasters and her evaluator is Toastmaster Dipanshu.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Toastmaster Shilpi is giving her speech from Pathway Presentation Mastery, Level 3, Project 3. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review the basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. All the best, Toastmaster Shilpi. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Shilpi. The title is The Generative Generation. Toastmaster Shilpi, The Generative Generation. Thank you.
Happy Navratri, everyone.
Happy Navratri.
Now, before I go into my speech, I'd like you all to shut your eyes, close your eyes for a couple of minutes
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 2 songs. And I'm going to play very small snippets of those 2 songs. And just sit back, relax, warm up a little bit and get into the session. Are you all set?
Yeah.
Can you all close your eyes? I see a lot of them open. Song number 1.
Grab your paddle, hit the chord, feel the rush, the thrill, the sport. Serve it strong, rally hard, with athletic, we play our cards. No hope.
Okay. Song number 2.
Don't hold back, feel the energy, it's in your tracks. Chase the dream, rise up high with athletic.
Okay, you can open your eyes now. Did anybody feel any major difference between the quality, the sound quality, the one who was singing? Anybody felt a major difference between the two? The second one was more energetic and more energetic. But generally, quality, energy, fair point. Anything else from a quality audio perspective? Major difference?
The first one was more intense.
Was more intense.
Words were clear.
Words were clearer. What if I had to ask, what if I had to tell you that one of this song is actually entirely artificially generated, right from the script to lyrics to content, everything in under 5 minutes, and the other of the song is just the way we know how songs are created and singers are created. The point I'm trying to make is that the content that's real and the content that's artificially generated, the difference between them is actually minimizing. Do you know that there are apps available now which actually humanize the content that a chat GPT or AI generates? A lot of marketing people use it quite often. But people actually are humanizing the artificial content that is getting generated through the chats. Right? If I actually am missing Rahul here, so I'm using it in his absence, but imagine if Rahul had to create a very romantic song or poetry, that's what we know him for, right? If he had to create a poetry or a romantic song, he could actually put in all his emotion for the loved one and really take time to write the poetry, or simply go to any of these apps which is generating a beautiful song, converting it and making it very, very human, and both of them are likely to look quite similar. Possible? Yes. What I'm saying is that as human beings, sequentially, progressively, we are losing our ability to differentiate between what is artificially generated and what is actually real. Now layer it with tons of multi-dimensional growth that is happening in the AI space. Bill Gates, we all know Bill Gates. He quoted just 2 days back. And when he says something, the world takes notice. Okay? Layer it with the fact when he says that artificial intelligence in under a decade from now, in less than 10 years from now, is going to take over very basic professions like doctors, like teachers. Doctors and teachers, what is the foundation, core foundation of our future generations, right? We believe we are giving value systems as parents, as teachers and teachers. The basic professions like doctors and teachers, AI is going to take over. Humans might not be needed anymore on those professions. Now as a parent, every part of my being wants to revolt to what is happening when it comes to our generations, and they deserve better than what we are actually giving them. And hence I call the title as a generative generation. That is that what we want as parents, and is that what we want as humanity to be giving to our future generations? Are we even aware? Are we even conscious of what we are doing to our future generations and even to ourselves? Because under a decade, hopefully, we'll all be alive and facing the reality. Right? Now, the godfather, so-called as godfather of artificial intelligence, he quit his work because he wants to be vocal about the dangers and the existential crisis that we are sitting in as humanity. Or what we are doing, we don't know. We don't know the dangers. And I want to quote him because that actually scared the shit out of me when I read what he has written. He says that we as humans, we as human beings might not remain as the most intelligent species in a very near future to come. Just realize the seriousness of it, that we as humans might not be the most intelligent species. Somebody else can just take over. So as a parent, I wonder, what do I do? Right? As a human being, all of us have actual accountability to really see what do we have to unlearn and what is it that we have to leave for our generations to come, right? And there are many, there are quite a few things that I reflected upon, but if I really have to pick up one, the one thing that I stayed with is that we need to find a way to make our kids absolutely creative. Because no AI can take away the vision that a human mind can have. AI can only work on precedence, data, prediction. AI can never work on creativity, a future that we are there to create. So can we give our kids an environment today to challenge them? Just think out of the box and not put them in frameworks, to basically allow them to think completely out of the box. Right? So take this as, I really urge you all, as an individual responsibility for ourselves and for our kids and for future generations to come. Think about it, how important it is for us to just allow our kids to have free minds and creative thinking. Thank you.
Yes, so 1 minute silence for a feedback. Yes, everyone. So this is a time for our table topic section, and that's the most important section, right? As Shilpi told us that creative thinking is one of the solutions, and in our table topics, we encourage this. We encourage people to think creatively and impromptu talk about the topic, any topic which is given to them. So our table topic master of the day is Toastmaster Ayush Yadav. Toastmaster Ayush Yadav has joined Toastmaster in 2022 and he is working at HCCom. His hobbies are reading and trying new activities, and his mentor is Ripul.
Good morning everyone once again. So we have arrived at the most anticipated session of today's meeting. It is a highlight of any Toastmasters meeting. So I'll just give you a brief overview of what Table Topics is. Table Topics is a session in Toastmasters where we are given a chance to practice our impromptu speaking skills. So I'll just give you a brief overview of what Table Topics is. I'll ask for volunteers or I'll nominate someone to come to the stage and give a topic to them. And on that topic they are given 2 minutes to speak. At 1 minute you will be qualified, you will be shown a green card and that would signify that you are qualified for voting. At 1 minute 30 seconds you will be shown a yellow card that would indicate that you are doing good and you can go on. At 2 minutes you will be shown a red card which will say that you have to wrap up and you will be given a 30 seconds grace period to conclude your speech. At MCDC there are multiple ways you can utilize to tackle the impromptu speaking session. One tip is to utilize a Oreo approach. That is, first you state your opinion, then you share your reason for that opinion, then you explain through an example, and then you reiterate that opinion. Why do you have that opinion? Okay. Second, another tool you can use is storytelling. You can just go in your past and make a story to signify the importance of that topic. Then you can use a pendulum method. You can first state the extremes of that topic, the good, the bad, and what is your position on that. So, who wants to be the first one to start this session? Any volunteers?
Yeah, he's raising his hand.
Ashish. So just choose a number from 1 to 15. So what is your number? 7. If you could instantly learn any skill, what would it be and why?
It's very simple. Public speaking. That's why I am here. See, in my career, initial stage, I was very engaging with my profession and all. But over the period of time, I realized that your knowledge has a certain limit. The moment you raise your bar, raise upper position, you need a public speaking. I'm not saying that you go outside your organization and say it's up to you, but whenever you are addressing the gathering, you should know what to speak, how we are going to present the data. That's matter. So I was searching for the platform, and I have an ambition in my life. So I was searching for the platform. Somehow I got to know about Toastmasters, and I called Dipanshu, and that's why I'm here. Suppose if someone does not have interest in public speaking, believe me, he has a limitation in his career. He is not going to achieve the top position of the organization if he is willing to achieve. So my suggestion is, try to speak in public forum, put your thoughts effectively in impressive way, in meticulous learning can lead you. Thank you. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Any guess? Next.
My name is Shubhrata Das.
So choose a number from 1 to 15.
Sure.
What is a tradition or a routine or an event you look forward to every year?
Good morning, everyone. I just walked in here and saw the this institute on the website, and I just thought I'd just give a try. So my name is Subrata Das. I work in a company called Johnson Controls. We are into a building solution company. My public speaking is one of my, you can say, hobby plus, I link to my profession. I lead a big team of around 350 team members, and it requires them to motivate and move towards the goal of the company. So therefore, I think this is one of the skills I need to earn. So coming to the topic, that one event or ritual which I want to look every year to be followed is respect to our parent. Why I would like to say that? Because we are in our first life, we are completely hard pressed with a lot of target, timeline and all. At times we forget. Even I keep a ritual of calling my mother. My mother stays in Calcutta, so I keep a ritual of calling my mother every day. And if I miss, she calls me back that, are you okay? Why are you not called? Okay, and this is the practice I have passed on to my son. My son is 14 years old, and I just made sure that he calls his grandmother every day. Okay, so this is what I would like to spread to all of you, that we have to achieve in our life, but let's not forget our parents who brought us in this world. Thank you.
So one thing we want to focus on is that members who have taken up part in today's meetings are encouraged to participate in the session. If you could live in any book or movie universe, which would you choose and why?
I would have lived in a film named as Sholay, which I recently saw in TV, which is not nowadays very prominent in the world, where we all watches films and web series on laptops. So one day we and my family decided to start watching the old ritual again, where you go back and watch films in TV. So the scene where one of the characters was trying to influence people by saying kitne aage hai and whatnot. So that's very inspired me because it just gave a different aura, a different vibe, which nowadays movies don't really. I'm not able to make that kind of films nowadays. Those cult films are very different what we see nowadays. Most of the films are trying to copy other films of other nations and not creating their own creative ideas, and which is very important over there. And that film created a very different vibe altogether, because everyone in the family was able to relate, had already seen the film a number of times, was able to see able to feel what exactly the character was trying to process. So if I really want to go back and see the event in one's life and want to enact on it, so it can be one of those films.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. I'm Manish Malik. This is my second meeting as a guest. So, I'm an independent researcher associated with the Consortium of Indo-Pacific Researchers, New Jersey. And my area interests have to be more violent, I feel. So, this even includes proper public speaking also, and even interactions. And third is listening. So yeah.
So choose a number from
Number 9.
So what is something you have had to let go of in order to grow?
Meaning toxic bosses. Toxic bosses. When I mean that when they were too overbearing on my work, when they were little upset with the very small things. So basically this was the negative angle, but the positive angle I saw is that he was trying to give me feedback. He was trying to give me assistance. He was trying to tell me where I'm lacking. He was, this is one. And also, then I had to see that there were some flaws in myself. Then I didn't, I was just too, you can say there was a lot of ego coming in my way. Then I just said I have to then let it go. Meaning, then there'll be new opportunities coming up. Let me take this as a lesson in life that these will come and this will come and go, and also and then there will make a better opportunity in the future. I think that's what.
Right now I'm blessed, but I need peace.
So seven is already taken.
Then three.
What is the most important quality in a true friendship?
Yeah. So what's the most important quality in a true friendship? So I would say loyalty, right? So without loyalty, you cannot be a friend. Right? The basic expectation from a friend is that he would be there when you need him, right? That's I think, the most important quality which one could have in a friend. Let's say, does anyone remember the best examples of true friendship? Like, any characters from a movie or any character from a book? Like, does anyone remember? Jay.
Kishan Sudama.
Yeah, Kishan Sudama, right? So, in both of the examples, right, like when one needed the other, he was there. Like in case of Jay and Veer, one was even ready to die for the other person, right? So, loyalty is the utmost important thing which one could have in a friend. In case of Kishan and Sudama, right, the example which was stated by fellow Toastmaster, like even Sudama needs Kishan, but he was very underconfident, to reaching him, needed a lot of persuasion from his wife, right? But when he reached out, right, the Kishan treated him very respectfully, right? So another thing between friends is that there is no differences. Like even if there are a lot of differences, one could basically reach the other person, and the other person would certainly help him. Okay, that's all from my side.
Who else? Anyone who hasn't taken part in past meetings? Monica? Give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? If you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
I would like to say to my younger version, trust yourself. Like, believe yourself. Take opinion of others. Like, you can do this, you can do this. Don't run away from yourself. Just take a deep breath and find out what should you have to do, what you have to do or what not, and just go through. Let's go.
So we close the session
And I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Amita.
Yeah. Now this is the time for third section of 5 minutes of break. So this is the time for break, everyone, for 5 minutes. Yes. This is the time for evaluation section. As we all know that this is the most important section for the people who have given speeches till now. So let's invite our today's general evaluator Ashish for taking it.
So we will not take much of a time. I like to invite my team one. They are evaluating prepared speeches. First evaluator I like to invite is Toastmaster Mukesh. He is going to evaluate Toastmaster Ripul's speech. Can we have
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
First of all, happy New Year for Hindu Sanatana Varsh 2022
Thank you.
2025. So I think most of us know that it's agreement for us. Okay. So now evaluation for Ripul. Ripul, it's a very great speech. From January to 31st March, I think you are closing very good in the financial year as well and beginning the speech. It's very good. And now we have done one thing, controlled and press delete. No, it's plus good. So like you can refresh your mind as well and see the speech. You started very well. You started with the question and engaged the audience. And then you started your mobiles and showing how we are disengaged ourselves. It's a very good sign of the things you show by the actors. It's a very good thing. Confidence very good. You use the skills very well. So like Sarah and James, it was very good. The things of improvement, content of your story is very good, but that connecting the dots. Building this story, like you said that okay, Sarah is this. Like as I know, you published the story of mindset book set, and it's a very good book. There is a two-part growth set and the fixed. So you can say that this is growth you already told, but you can connect with your personal story. That when I was started, I was in a fixed mindset. Okay, talent can't be built and other things, but using your practice and more regular things, you can do very well. So this is the one point. First, and the second point is that your abrupt closing. You close the speech like whenever she shows the red card, you just close it. So making a rehearsal of your speech and take a time of this. You can take only 5 to 10 seconds to close your speech. And in the last you given a message that is very good. You said that you have to live with the two impression, fix and grow. That is you engage the audience in the last time. You have completed the speech with your thing. You started with question, ended with the message. In the between you do the story. Thank you.
Now, our second evaluator is Toastmaster Nancy. He is going to evaluate Toastmaster Millennium's speech. So, welcome our
Good morning, everyone. I am evaluating Mandeep's speech, and he started with a very good question to engage the audience, and in mid also he asked question to engage the audience, and his approach is very good, like A for apple, to connect with everyone. But we all are human and we make errors, so few recommendations like lack of eye contact, is not maintaining eye contact. His confidence is very good, but his vocal variety, like somewhere he can show energy in his speech, in his voice, and every time he was moving here and there, so he can stick, you can stick on one place and move wherever there is a transition in your speech. And in the second part of your speech, you can connect with any personal story for A for apple, like to connect with the audience or to engage. And that's all from my side. Thank you everyone.
Now our third evaluator is Toastmaster Bhanu. Going to evaluate Toastmaster Muskan. So can we have a round of applause for
Persuasion is often more effectual than a force. That's how Mahatma Gandhi could persuade an entire nation into joining the the greatest non-violent movement in history against the British. He didn't apply any force. Today, Toastmaster Muskan tried to persuade us to take a break whenever we are tired. And she structured her speech very well. She followed the standard framework of a persuasive speech. How did she start it? She started with a story about apple falling and Newton coming up with a great idea of gravity. She asked question to the audience, what do you do? Then she gave the example of two really delicious things, Kit Kat or 5-star. Of course, I would like to have both when I am having a break. Now, coming to the framework of persuasion. So she wanted us to take break. She wanted to persuade us to take break and re-energize ourselves. So she structured her speech and she explained that why you need a break, when you need a break, how you are going to take a break, and why. Last one was what to do during the break. So she followed all the concepts and then she gave her own variations of Pomodoro techniques. So we are very familiar with the Pomodoro technique. You work for 25 minutes, 5 minutes you take a break and then you again get on your phone. So fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So the way she organized her thoughts was great. Now coming to the recommendations. Since this was a persuasion speech, audience take some time to process whatever ideas have been told to them. So it would have been a good idea to slow down your pace and re-emphasize your points. So when you are talking about the various techniques, various variations of Pomodoro techniques, so you could have given like one word title for each of them. Pomodoro technique is 25-5. So maybe like you are telling the variation 15-15. Correct? 15 minutes work, 15 minutes break, or whatever. So you can say, I would say technique number 1, 15-15. And then tell us, and then again re-emphasize that okay, this was 15-15. In case you have problem, you could put that visual aid, maybe the PPT or on paper. Now coming to the props also, visual aids you use. It was very difficult to see them. Like I was finding it hard to visualize them. Would have been better if you could have put on the PPT or on a clearer paper. Overall, it was a great persuasion speech, but needs more re-emphasizing and better visual aids. All the best. Thank you.
Now, our last evaluator is Toastmaster Dipanshu, going to evaluate Toastmaster Silky's speech. So, okay.
I usually use ChatGPT to make my evaluations. After Shilpi's speech, I couldn't dare to use it. I have been in Toastmasters for over 6 years now. And there are 3 kinds of speakers I have seen. First kind of speaker are usually the people who have mastered body language, voice modulations, what we say the 70% of speech craft. The second kind of speakers are those speakers who speak with passion. Usually those speeches are the icebreaker speeches. Almost all of your icebreaker speeches I remember. because that comes from your heart, right? A third kind of speakers are the speakers who are mastered everything. They have mastered body language, voice modulation, and they also speak with passion. Those kind of speakers just take away our hearts. Same thing happened with Toastmaster Shilpi's speech today. I have many commendations for her speech and I would overshoot my time, but I will just only share one that I genuinely feel that each and every one of us should learn from her as a speaker to influence, to persuade, and most important, to inspire our fellow audience. That is speaking with passion. What I absolutely loved about Toastmasters Shilpi's speech was when she shared the experience how AI is changing as a mother. How she's worried what the effect that AI is going to have on her kid. I think that was the most beautiful part of the speech. Because at that very moment for me the speech became personal. At the very moment for me the speech became absolutely inspirational for me. And this is one thing that I would really want all of us to learn. That in order to become a great speaker, pick up a topic and make it personalized. Something you feel genuinely curious about, genuinely that this will really help my fellow audience, and then speak from your heart. No matter your voice modulation, body language, there are definitely something that we're constantly improving in our Toastmasters, but just speaking with passion, with hearts, it always happens. I've seen it again and again. I have two recommendations for Toastmasters speech in order for her, a speaker like her, to go to the next level, and something I feel will genuinely help her. Number one is long pauses. There were 3-4 instances in her speech where she spoke very emotionally about, for example, the question she asked the audience, what is happening to her kids? This is what I mean by long pauses. Having 4-5 seconds of long pauses creates a void where audience emotions and the speaker's emotion merge, and it's just a beautiful thing to experience. So long pauses is something that I highly recommend. Second thing which I would recommend is humor, which constantly is something that I keep on giving feedback to Toastmaster Shilpi. But the reason I'm saying it, I've seen many speakers. You might have seen Bill Gates TEDx talks. You might have seen Mukesh Ambani's Reliance speeches. When there is a speaker who has reached a level, right? When there is a person who has reached a level, the only way he can connect with the audience is through humor. There's absolutely no other way in what I've seen is that except humor that can really help you to connect with the different sections of the society, different audience members. Because humor just removes every filter there is between the speaker and the audience. So now how do we add humor? There are two techniques that I follow that works for me. Number one is to be present in the meeting. So almost every Toastmasters meeting there's some instances where we would crack a joke about. It could be how we are overshooting time, or it could be anything. There are always some instances that we can do. Second, most effective way of humor is self-depreciation. Make fun of yourself. I feel the most confident person is one who can easily make fun of himself. And it really works. And we all do silly things, right? So note down your silly things and crack a joke on it. What usually a great speaker does is that they add humor in the starting of the speech, connect with the audience, and they add the message part in the end. That way it is an emotional roller coaster ride, and that way a speaker truly connects with the audience. To summarize, apart from body language, voice modulation, what I absolutely loved was the passion of a speech, something we should all learn from, to develop passion in a speech and speak with all our heart. And in the recommendation part, just two long pauses and humor, I feel will genuinely help Toastmasters Shilpi to reach higher heights. Thank you.
Well, so now moving to our Toastmaster, the table topic evaluator. We're going to evaluate all the table topic speaker and Toastmaster soon.
I like you.
table topic. This is the most difficult session during throughout the meeting of the Toastmasters Club. And today, somewhere I felt that all the speakers were played their role as if they were the prepared speaker. Coming to individual speaker, Toastmaster Ashish, I love the way he picked up the topic, that which skill he wants to work upon. He said that is public speaking. So it was very prompt, and it was not only prompt, he was very clear in his thoughts. He said that what skill, that is public speaking. Then he mentioned that why he need to develop that skill, and then he came then what are the repercussions in case if he does not develop that skill. So kudos to Toastmaster Ashish. Only one recommendation I do have for them, that is class hand. So try to keep it apart. Coming to second speaker, that is Subrato Das. I believe he is a guest speaker. And best part I liked about the speech, that was the ritual you want to cascade, that was the respect, and it was respect your parents. And somewhere I felt that I also do follow the same thing. Like that day I don't call my parents, they call me up and they say that what happened. And he mentioned that he himself is not following, he is cascading to his son as well to call to his grandmother. So it was a great speech, means it had very good content, and I don't have any recommendation for him stay here. The third speaker, it is Saksham. It was very nice speech, the way he picked up the topic and he arranged all his thoughts, and he gave the example like the Sholay movie, and all the members were into the role, and there was a lot of creativity. We can see 10 times the same movie. Kudos to Toastmasters Saksham for that. Yeah, Toastmasters guest Hiren. I am taking the name rightly, right? Hiren. I don't remember.
My name is Vinit. Vinit.
That who spoke about the toxic bosses?
Toxic bosses is me only.
Vinit.
Yeah.
So the expression on his face while he was speaking toxic bosses, it touched my heart then and there. That yes, nobody likes to have the toxic bosses. And then he said that what's good there in the toxic bosses, and it's not only everything wrong there. He said that he has given him assistance and whatever help he needed, he motivated him. And it's not only that he was a toxic. I also had certain areas where I needed improvement, like that he mentioned that I was carrying ego and all. So kudos to you, good job done. Only one recommendation, somewhere I felt that standing position, you were standing slightly like that and speaking towards the audiences. We can be like this. Coming to next speaker, Toastmaster, it's a guest, I believe, Priyanshu.
Yeah, Priyanshu.
Yeah, Priyanshu. Quality in true friendship. I love the way you picked up the topic, and it's not only picked up the topic, you built a good building over there. The best quality you liked, that was the loyalty and the friendship. When the person need you, your friend is there. And very beautiful examples given, Krishna Sudama, coming from the history and mythology. And the one thing that I loved here, that was the audience engagement. Kudos to Toastmaster Priyanshu. And only one recommendation, stage movement. Your speech was very nice. If you can include the stage movement, it will demonstrate as if it's a prepared speech. Now Toastmaster Amita did a great job. She was picking on the topic, understood the topic very well, and one piece of advice that she had given that was trust yourself, and everybody know that we need to trust ourselves. We need not to be followers of others. We have to see what exactly we can do, right? Or even recommendation that you were doing very well, but you could not elaborate it, and you could not utilize the time given. So try to be here at least for 1 minute. That's all from my side.
Now our last evaluators who are going to evaluate on your timings aspect, the grammar that you have used well, or the mistake that you have done in grammar, and the feeders work that you will do in this speech. So we have tag team for that. So first I like to invite our counter, who is Toastmaster Bhanu. I would request you to come on the stage and share your view.
Good afternoon, everyone. So here is the counter report. Toastmaster of the day, Amita said two times, 1 time, so 1 time. The joke master Sumit said none of the figure words. The general evaluator Ashish said 2 times, so 2 times. Toastmaster Harsh said 3 times. For the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Ripul said, well, 1 time, 1 time, so 1 time, and like 3 times. Toastmaster Mandeep said, 3 times, so 2 times, like 2 times, and repetition of words 1 time, and he also said another word like 3 times. Toastmaster Muskan said, 1 time, so 1 time. Toastmaster Shilpi said, 1 time, so 1 time, and like 2 times. The table topic master Ayush said, 1 time, so 3 times. And Toastmaster Ashish for the table topic said, so 1 time. Guest Shubhrata Das said, 1 time, 1 time, so 2 times. Toastmaster Sushant said, so 1 time, and repetition of words 1 time. Guest Beneath said, 1 time, so 1 time. Guest Pranshu said, 1 time. Toastmaster Amita said, 2 times. And for the evaluations, Toastmaster Mukesh said, so 1 time, and like 2 times. Toastmaster Nayanshi said, 2 times, so 1 time. Toastmaster Bhanu said, so 1 time. Toastmaster Dipanshu said, 1 time. And table topic evaluator Soman said, 3 times. Thank you.
Well, now I'd like to invite our graduate, who is Toastmaster Buzz. So can we share your reports?